Yo, the real is back, that feeling's back. Once you burn a bridge with me, you can't build it back. I'm about to go gorilla on them, so silverback. Yeah, that's
Top
what
of
I'm
the
looking
deuce
for.
say.
Still the brat.
It's time to talk, man. Trying to get into it.
I done opened so many doors.
Did
I'm
he
like
did
a
it?
gentleman
Did
with
he
it.
done it?
I brought the light to the town. I'm Time medicine with it. Got him running for dear life. We make
Gotta make sure the audio right, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, support the movement.
They take my whole catalog and make medicine with it. Take your confidence, fuck around and make gelatin with it. Car 10 with the rag guts, it's like a Wellington in it. I'm on go cause I've been winding up for years. Copping no bust down. The first
It's
time I went
crazy. It's been a
diamond in the
crazy
year,
weekend. It's been a
dropping so
crazy
many
week,
diamonds in
but
your
it's
ear.
definitely been a
Got me
crazy
smiling in the
weekend.
air. On an island with a lime inside a bed. Speak things into existence and apply it in a prayer. Wrinkles in a bandana. Put
Make
the
sure I
iron
give
into
y'all
a
time to hit
square.
the like
You
button
run
and
up on
support
a
the
boy,
movement.
you just trying to be weird. My fists will puff up your cheek like I'm lining up your bed. Niggas with no facial hair gonna be crying a little. I'm a savage. That's a Fendi like Rihanna apparel. I see you between the E's with the Y in the middle.
Audio
You be
good.
playing
Audio
all these
good.
games and I ain't trying to
Make sure y'all
giggle.
hit the
Nigga,
like button. Support the movement. Make sure you hit that like button. All right, cool. All right, audio good, audio straight, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. Oh, we got to get into it. You know, I had to talk my stuff, man. We got to get into it. So I got to give you a quick synopsis, just a quick one. The reason why we even here, because I figured we was gonna do a state of gaming on this, and my homie post one of the members, we was gonna discuss this whole thing, and then I could have like wrapped it up in a couple snippets, yada yada yada. But neither here nor there. If you've been on a rock or you haven't even been noticing what's been going on social media for like the last week or so, we had a situation going on in hip hop with music where some of the big can't even call them big three no more, but the biggest artists in the game right now all were rapping and had a little kerfuffle. This ain't even a beef no more. This is just a kerfuffle at this point. This is just a little cat spat. But we had pretty much some big names. We had Drake, J.Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and Big Sean. Big Sean also. I got to put Big Sean in there because they just stepped all over this man's career. But we going to get to it. I'm just going to give a quick synopsis because of what's going on. And I just want to get quickly to the respawn. So J. Cole and Drake does a first-person shooter mode. They, talk their ish. It was the banger, one of the biggest bangers off of Drake album for the Dogs. I think that was one of the ones that I think really blew up off of that album. Like to this day, people still play it because of how relatable it is or whatever. So even after the album is usually a song or some songs that extend the longevity of the album itself. That was one of them. So Metro Boomin and Future decided to drop last week or a couple years. I think it was only about last week. And like that drops and Kendrick is on there and he set the blaze on fire like always. And it got people going. So it got the people going because of who he was talking to and how he was talking. So for whatever reason, everybody speculating their reasons. For whatever reason, J. Cole decided to stick his neck out there and respond to what Kendrick had to say. And it was kind of like I'm just going to say 50-50 response. People liked it, some people didn't. It was a battle. It was a talk of words for like the past couple of days. I think it was Friday, I believe, that dropped. And everybody was talking about it. So by Sunday, Lord Jesus. Now when this happened, when I heard the snippet and when I heard the actual drop of the song, I was like, this ain't it. This wasn't it. I literally post on Twitter like I don't know why J. Cole is crashing out like this. Please do not crash out for a beef that is not for you, or let alone was it even directed towards you. You just happened to be the individual in the vicinity when the shooting was going off, but the target itself was not you. So, um, he went out, he dropped it, and it was 50-50. I'm gonna say 50-50 to be nice. It was 50-50. By time Sunday hit, remind you, this dropped Friday. By time Sunday hit, we got a whole entire apology from J. Cole saying, you know what? Why am I talking about it? We can see it right now. Cause this is what's killing it right now. All of yesterday. And today. Like the memes have been crazy, and we're gonna get into that real quick. I'm trying to get this done before my daughters and them get out of school. So but this is J. Cole's, because he just got off of the Drake tour, doing a XYZ off of there. He rolling into Dreamville because it's summertime. This is when all the tours drop. Dreamville is dropping. He dropped some fire for Friday because the rest of the album is good. Like the rest of the album is dope. I'm going to get into that, but it's some moves he did on the album that I think this apology is coming from, really stemming from. But we finna get into it. I'm gonna give my little slash deep dive into why he apologized, in my opinion. But here you
I've
go.
been happy. I've been moving on my
Hopefully
own
y'all can hear
accord,
it.
off
Let me
my
turn
own
it up
desires,
more.
my own wants. Now, why am I saying all of that? All of that shit led me up into this point. 10 years later, after this song, I'm here. Here I am. I've been just chasing my shit. You know what I mean? Like following my dream and just trying to like head to the fall off in the way that I wanted to do it. And so I put out this project on Friday called Might Delete Later. I don't know how many people done checked it out or whatever, but I put this project out. And I swear to God, I'm so proud of that project because
Now, off quick question, because I'm gonna pause into a quick question. Do you think that album was dope? Might delete later. It was a sneak album, wasn't announced, wasn't no promo. Well, it was a little bit of promo because he been dropping snippets and different little tracks here and there. Uh, shit, for a couple months now. I want to say for like at least a month now. So it was kind of a surprise drop. But if you've been following J. Cole, you knew something was coming because of how many little snippets he was dropping. But what was your opinion about Might Delete Later? Just entirety, not just that song, just entirety in its totality.
I know one is just a lead up. It's just an EP that leads me up to this thing that I've been working on for a long time. And I know the work it took to get to a certain type of skill level. And I love this shit. So that shit mean a lot to me, right? So I'm so proud of that project, except for one part.
Except for one part.
It's one part of that shit that make me feel like, man, that's the lamest shit I ever did in my fucking life, right? And I know this is not what a lot of people want to hear. I know I can hear my niggas up there right now like, nah, don't do that. But I got to keep it 100 with y'all, right? I damn near had a relapse, right? Because y'all heard some shit that happened 3 weeks ago, however long it was.
Now let's yeah. I'm gonna tell you now the reason why he getting kickback for this, in my opinion. Outside of the rapper in of a lot of us grew up on this beef. If I'm rapping against you, you take shots, I take shots at you, and whoever had the best bars, we're gonna let the people decide. That is what is originally is at this point. Like we everybody, well, I don't want to say everybody. For the most part, if you're around my age, you've been around the Jada Kiss, the Beanie Siegels beef, the Jay Z versus Nas beef. You've been around Jay Z and the 50 Cent beef. You've been around all of 600 of Joe Budden's beefs. um, you've been around the Eminem and the Benzino beef, which still going on to this day. uh J Ja Rule, 50 Cent, the list goes on and on. Beef has like rap beef has been around forever. Tupac, Biggie, R.I.P. to them, but we know what it was. It was a rap beef. And this right here, technically, in my opinion, was not a rap beef. This wasn't even it, bro. Like, I swear, when I break it down, y'all gonna be looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, I see this shit like it was in 3D, 4D. What's going on? Even with this response, this apology right now, I'm seeing what's going on because I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Y'all heard
I
that
can't give
bazooka
you
that was
something
dropped on the
yet. Hold on.
motherfucking game, right? So all of this time of me moving on my own accord, for the first time I was tested. Why am I tested? Because I got the world and I got my niggas like, what you gonna do, Cole?
The worst part about this, I'm telling you now, he's saving face because I don't want to call him a liar, but he's saving face because because of something way more deeper. He's saving face for this. Watch.
My niggas like, boy, I must have had 1,000 missed calls. Oh my fucking God. Text flooded. I couldn't even answer my shit. Nigga, it's wartime. Boom, 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 right? Niggas want to see blood. And I was conflicted because, one, I know my heart, you know what I mean? And like, I know how I feel about my peers, these two.
Now this right here is the truth. This part right here is the truth in my opinion of what he's saying, and it ain't even about Drake. I'm moving Drake out the way. It's about Kendrick at this point. What he's saying right now is true.
Two niggas that I just been blessed to even stand beside in this game, let alone chase their greatness, right? So I felt conflicted because I'm like, bro, I know I don't really feel no way, but the world want to see blood. I don't know if y'all can feel that, but the world want to see blood. So I say all of that to say, in my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel
This was
bad
a
on me.
letdown.
Like
Bro,
I try to like
it's
jab
bad.
my nigga back.
From a
and I try
hip
to
hop
keep it friendly,
standpoint, this
but
was
at the end of the
bad.
day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see
terrible,
the talk,
bro.
that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my fucking peace. So what I want to say right here tonight is, in the midst of me doing,
I agree with him on that part. Like, you gotta, if you listen to J. Cole albums, you've been around since his existence, since he was on Rock Nation and the issues he had over there to the point where he at now, I agree fully with this part, what he's saying.
that and in that shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness. I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers that?
Listen here. Kendrick, this is me. This is my perspective because I look at music from a whole different type of lens. A lot of people just like to go with the trends. Oh, it sounds good. What's on the radio that's trending? It must be hot because everybody else is listening to it. No. I listen to the music because it's like your life is being written by somebody else. Just imagine somebody else writing your life and you can correlate and understand the trials and tribulations or the success um they're talking about, and you able to internally accept it as something that you battled through in your life. That's how I look at music in general, as a whole. I don't care if you listening to Bob Marley, to goddamn it, to Lupe Fiasco, one of the dopest lyricists ever. Music is what you correlate to. So when you be hearing it and you hear the sounds, you hear the melodies, you hear the lyrics of what they saying to you, it's for you and you only. So that's why this man got a heavy cult following like he does. He deserves all the accolades, everything that's given to him right now. He, bro, got it out the mud. Trust and believe when I say that. This is why this is not no slight. This is not no slander towards him. even when I said what I said, like, yo, please don't crash out like that. It was a deeper meaning for me saying that. Not saying that he would get washed by Kendrick Lamar, but what I was saying was the battle that's in front of him or the battle that's being presented, this ain't even his battle. This wasn't even meant for him at all. But he just happened to be on that song, which kind of technically put him in the mix, but it wasn't meant for him. It was meant for the other guy. And there's a reason for that, though.
Touch a fucking microphone.
Anything I should have not done with this.
Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? As do I. So I just want to come up here and be like, publicly be like, bruh, that was the lamest, like, goofiest shit. And I say all that to say, it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God aligned me back up on my purpose and on my path.
That diss track wasn't for him.
I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way.
The shit that Kendrick Lamar did on that Future album and Metro Boomin, it wasn't meant for him. It was for Drake, and it's a reason for that. But I'm gonna try to finish up this part.
My nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot. I'm gonna take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like,
so pretty much you say, yo, at this point, man, I did what I did. I apologize.
All good. Like, it's
if you do throw a shot at me,
I pray that y'all
deserve it.
Forgive a nigga for like the misstep, and then I can get back to my true path. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years. So all of that to say, man, I wanna now perform the song that's a reminder to me.
All right, so this is the problem with what's going on with him, because he's not even going to his performance of the song or whatever. The problem is this: J.Cole, Dreamville, and TDE was a cohesive fucking group. Like, I'm talking about these niggas got studio sections from years of work together. Years of work together as a cohesive group. They wasn't publicly as a group, but the respect level was there as a group, in the sense of your artistry and how you rap and what you bring to the table. We fuck with it, we rock with it, we appreciate each other's talent. That is the reason why I say J. Cole shouldn't have jumped out of there. And I commend him for the apology. I know right now everybody is tearing him down because he apologized, because it's like, yo, this is rap beef. We don't care if you was right or wrong at this point. You supposed to went in there and still rapped and still delivered something as if you was right. That argument can be there. I will not change the fact that argument can be there, and it's valid. It is definitely valid. But what he did was he caught a stray for something that wasn't meant for him. All of the attention and all the energy right now that Kendrick Lamar is giving is directed towards Drake. Point blank and period. This has been happening ever since Good Kid, Bad City. Drake did what Drake do all the time. And I believe that Joe Budden mentioned this in his podcast. I can't remember which podcast it was. It was a recent one evolving around, I think the early release of Metro Boomin and Future album. And they was having a discussion about Drake's contract in the music industry. Drake doesn't have a normal contract in the music industry. He has something, he's with Universal Music Groups, but he writes for everyone in the music industry. And it's it's like they said if his contract happens to get out, a lot of people in the industry, especially the bigger ups, the higher up people, will most likely be upset, because they be asking, why aren't we getting that type of money? And why aren't we getting this percentage off of such and such album? Because technically he wrote it and gave it a look. Due to Drake's notoriety, like you put Drake on a song and it blows up not only in the US but overseas. And this was the cheat code for a lot of music industries. I remember vividly as hell when when Lil Wayne said, "As long as Drake is on the hook, everything is a hit. Long as Drake is on the hook," and that was a fact. And to this day, it's still the same way. So when we saw Drake out here giving out features to artists that was up and coming, and everybody was looking at it as, oh, yo, he looking out for the young guys and da 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 da, like what is that, the Block Boy JBs and all them and XX Tentacion. He even mentioned this, but we overlooked it because he was like, yo, he's still in my flow. He was like saying Tucson from Mortal Kombat. He would get on somebody's joint, and all of a sudden, next album or a single hit from him, he's mimicking who he was rapping with. He did the same shit with King Louis out here in Chicago with the Six God situation. King Louis was repping Six God and Breezy from Chicago. All was repping it, and then all of a sudden, Drake rolled with it. Drake ran with it. So what I'm saying that is to say this: for whatever reason, this is one of the reasons why you seeing Drake. In my opinion, you see Drake with Sexy Red. Like, come on, it's an agenda. It's a push there. And this is why I say it's the clashes of the gods when it comes to Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Kendrick Lamar, you gotta understand that man's backstory and his history. He came from Chicago, dashed from Chicago, moved to LA, and has been groomed. Like, I don't know, no weird way, but I'm talking about lyrically, musically groomed from LA culture. He got the nod up from Drake. That's why you got the bad Good Kid Bad City album, which he said himself is his commercial album. That's why you got a couple features that was on the radio that he did that on there, but he still gave you substance of what he normally gives you. And that's the song where he got Drake on. Drake even put him in his concert. When nobody knew who Kendrick Lamar was, he was on a Drake concert when he went to LA, and he got that look. I mean, outside of LA, he got that look. He even acknowledged it. But when it came to the music industry, they tried to twist him and make him into a commercial artist, which he was not. That's Kendrick Lamar is a fucking carbon copy of fucking Tupac. Literally, you can control alt, like control C, control V, and that is Pac if he was in 2024. Going against the industry, going against the machine, and proving his point that, yo, I can out-rap any of you music industry artists that think y'all can even hold a pen to me. I'm going to destroy you. Everybody looking at this album, like his last album, like that's why I said when J.Cole said what he said, talking about, you know, you only had a hot 3 albums, he was doing a little flip off of the Jay-Z situation with Nas. I'm like, fam, you mimicked Kendrick Lamar album, one of Kendrick Lamar albums, and it did not do well. For Your Eyes Only. Everybody saw that album, and it was good for me. I rock with it. I roll with it. I appreciate the artistry, but a lot of people did not like it. Even prior to that, when you was on Rock Nation, nigga, you was pushing your identity. You was having an identity crisis. You didn't know who the fuck you wanted to be. You admitted to it. I was pushing for the music industry. I was pushing to be in that what's your name, getting the industry music, changing my style of music, trying my hardest to still blend his producing, because J. Cole was a dope ass producer. He produced his own beats and he rapped. Friday Night Lights, which was a blow up for him. Pause. No Diddy. But as time went on, everybody remembers Sideline. people remember that. I don't think you really got your kick back into the the gist of things until KOD, in my opinion. But all the other ones, everybody was like, "Yo, he doing the self-producing. Oh, he's rapping." It was a snooze fest. A lot of people said your album was a snooze fest. Not for me. My daughter right now can recite Forest Hill Drive like crazy. That's how much I listen to Kendrick Lamar. So when you gave that fight towards him, it was like, bro, that wasn't really no substance. And what like you put him on, that's great and too, cause yes, the recognition J.Cole sent him or showed him to Dr. Dre, and Dr. Dre was green lighted him. We seen it all on stage when they handed the torch over to Kendrick Lamar like he's the next up in LA. And everybody backed him from point A to point B. So I'm gonna tell you the reason why I think this apology came. And it wasn't because you felt bad about what you said about J. Cole. I mean about Kendrick Lamar in a sense. It's about what you did to Ab-Soul. On that album, if y'all pay attention, if y'all listen to it, he got a feature with Daylight and Ab-Soul. Daylight and Ab-Soul are on TDE. Even though Kendrick Lamar isn't on TDE at the moment, he got his own record label, the PG Lang or Lag or Lang. It's kind of like language or Lang. So PG Lang is Kendrick Lamar record label. But you took his near and dear friends, the people that grew up with this man, Kendrick Lamar, like was there from day zero, and you finessed and played them and put them on this Might Delete Later and track, and then came with subliminals on that feature. Swifty move for an individual that, you know what I'm saying, y'all camp is cool together. Oh, I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna make it seem or paint an image out. Since you left your record label, I'm gonna get with your buddies and then I'm gonna dish you on that. Strong move, strong, respectful move. If you didn't play the people that you played with, Schoolboy Q and Ab-Soul, they not playing that shit, bro. Daylight, they not playing that type of mess because that was a heavy strategic move that blindsided a lot of people. They like, dang, you got Ab-Soul on your album? A lot of people didn't know that Daylight was still part or associated with TDE. You got to really be a fan of TDE to know that, in a sense, because he's not in the forefront. But he does, he rock with them. He's from Cali, and they rock with each other. That's one thing I know about LA artists. When they put a stamp of approval on their people, they legit in them streets with them. Like they name carry weight out there, and they well respected. Not on no gang level shit, just more of we respect you because you're representing LA as a whole. And when the city get behind it, they get behind it on LA. Point blank and period. You get mad love and support out there. That's why I appreciate them, how they move with things, and I used to appreciate how Atlanta used to do it, but they've been kind of, recently been kind of wishy-washy in a sense because that was one of the things that New York used to do. It was always a battle. It was a rival in New York. This was a well-known thing. In New York, it was always a battle. I want to be the top dog, and I'm willing to take down anybody that's in the city to continue to be the top dog. Atlanta was on some, all right, bro, the South got something to say and we finna unify and everybody gonna do features and we gonna blow up together. LA, yo, we gonna take our best and whoever blow up, we gonna champion them as a whole, and we gonna support and give all our back and behind them. That's why every time you'll see like in the sense of Dr. Dre going in and he tipping the hat and handing it down to Game, and then you had the Snoop situation, and then you had Kendrick Lamar. That's what they do out there. It's like a badge of honor to represent LA, and that's what I appreciate about them. So when he did this, this was just more of a backtrack disrespect situation. And then you came out with the 7 minutes, and the 7 minutes was not even hitting like it supposed to. Now everybody is speculating, which I agree. You gave a three and a half on that 7 minutes. It was more of a I gave 7 minute track, but I gave you only three and a half. There's another three and a half coming. Okay, cool. Granted, that's understandable. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna delete that after this. I'm pretty. What's good, King Reed? But I don't feel that was planned. The track with Absol was probably done a while ago. You think he think it was planned? He did it on purpose. Yeah, I think he did it on purpose. I think what he did was he knew that he had this track that they had done together, and he left the track what it was for him because it sounds dated. Um when you hear Absol's verse, it's if you listen to his recent album and then you listen to this one now, it sounds a little dated. The beat sounds up to date, but J. Cole's verse sounds completely brand new. That don't sound like an old verse in my opinion. And that's what made it, oh, you playing with my top right now. Now you playing with me because let's be honest. If me and you, homie, we cool. We been 10, 20, 30 years in, and we done got it out the mud in music. On the same label, everything. Yo, we sleeping on the same couch and rapping rhymes and everything. And it's known in the industry that we are cool and we buddy buddy. Then all of a sudden I get a beef with another dude that we both was cool with. And all of a sudden he drop a diss track or subliminals at me, and he got you featured on it. What the people gonna say? What the masses gonna say? People gonna be like, oh damn, he out here playing 3D chess. He got your own people going against you. It must be true about what he's saying. He must got some dirt on you because look, your own guys is turning on you. That's gonna look away. So that's what he played on, in my opinion. This is all my opinion. I ain't got no proof backing it, none of that. I'm just looking at the optics of the situation, and I'm just saying, yo, if I was cool with a nigga and we buddy buddy, and then all of a sudden he take my best friend and put him on a diss track feature or subliminal diss track at me, and I'm like, dang, you can cause some internal beef if a nigga ain't smart enough to pay attention to what's going on. You can cause some internal beef with a nigga. Like, oh, were you over there rapping with him too? Now I got something for you, even though it wasn't no beef with you. That what happened in my opinion, and that's where the apology came in. Because, bro, when I say TDE and Dreamville is cohesive when it comes to music, they buddy buddy, they cool with each other. But he got in the middle of that. And what I'm saying is Drake was the intended target. That's why I said in my tweet, I said Drake was the intended target. Please do not get in the way of that. You are about to crash out for no reason because Kendrick Lamar has said it from Control who he was focusing on. he haven't switched up anything. He gave a little fair sparring with everybody. The industry darling Drake took it away. He responded to it, and then all of a sudden you get the BET freestyle from Kendrick. I tucked the sensitive rapper in his pajama clothes, and it's been up ever since, which is cool. But it's like you gotta allow Kendrick to do what he gotta do. Now everybody looked at Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers as a letdown album. I'm like, I don't know where that sentiment came from. Y'all done lost y'all effing mind on that album. That was the most healing moment for Kendrick that I heard, period. Like, that album was insane from front to back, bro. He gave you everything from it. Once you dissected, the man's talking about politics. He talking about shit that's going on in the home system. He talking about niggas just being confused when it comes to this the society when it comes to your sexuality and dealing with family members in a certain setting and not being mentally understanding of that family member making the decisions that they was making in life. He gave you the most healing album that I fucking haven't heard in years, bro. That album is, bro, it put like I with me going through a hard time and like listening to that album, bro, helped out tremendously through a hard fucking time. And people really need to listen to that album. Y'all just looking for a new little club hit, and it's like, no. Listen to the words he's saying. Listen to what he's delivering to you in an era where a lot of motherfuckers was just giving you the next TikTok dance. They wasn't giving you any substance. We all keep saying the same thing. These artists coming out and they keep saying the same shit. I'm eating booty. God damn it. My pussy pink, booty hole brown. I'm tricking on niggas. I'm tricking off on bitches. I bought a burping bag just to fuck your bitch. Everybody saying the same mess over and over, repeatedly. Even it's getting even worse now where a lot of music from back in the days, which is crazy. I feel like my uncle right now when he was laughing at me when was listening to music, and then he be like, "Yo, that was sampled from somebody else. That was sampled from Teddy Pendergrass. That was sampled for woo woo woo." If you listen to music now, all you're hearing is samples of the old music. Everybody's flipping Soldier Boy. Bryson Tiller, shout out to his album. If you have not listened to Bryson Tiller, please go check out Bryson Tiller's fucking album. He got Rich Boy sample flipped. The song that's going on right now with Megan Thee Stallion and Gorilla Zoe, another flip. Everybody just flipping. What's that song? What's the Mini Fresh and Juvenile songs? Like they taking the music from back in the days, because I think what's going on is like that 20-year license or something is has to be renewed to certain songs, and since it's not being renewed, it's easy to get sampled and approved for. Don't quote me on that. But what I'm saying is the original sounds are just, there is no original sound right now. Everyone is just grabbing a sample from here, flipping it, and then putting the latest and greatest artists in front of it and get a catchy beat for it. As long as it playing the club and TikTok, we good to go. That is all you hearing right now. So when you get a Big Stepper and Mr. Morale album that's like, yo, we need healing. We need to fix shit in here, because we are at a situation right now where hip hop is imploding on itself. Like, it's literally fucking imploding to the point where we went from getting a full track 4-5 minutes to 2 minutes. And that's deemed a whole track. You got people out here packaging tours and merchandise just to get sales going on. Like, it's a complete turn of the heads right now when it comes to music, and everybody is trying to find a new direction. Even with this Metro Boom in the Future situation, instead of giving you the big deluxe album of what it would have been like, I don't know, 43 songs or something, 42 songs, like 23 and 23 on a double disc, we spacing out the double disc. So now you got the first ready, and now you're gonna get the second one this Friday. The first one did its numbers. I think it did well over 200 some K. And then the next one finna drop. It's finna be another well over 200K. Spacing out the music enough so that we can double up on the sales. That's exactly what Metro Boomin in the Future is doing. Do I commend them for it? Absolutely. It's a new hustle. Is they wrong for doing it? Hell no. Because Chris Brown dropped that motherfucker was like 27 track album. It was niggas in there like, bro, I cannot consume this album. Even though it was a great work, it was a great piece of work, it was too many tracks to go through, to funnel through. So what they did was split it up, got a promotion on this one. The Kendrick Lamar like that track blew up. I think it was gonna be some other type shit probably was gonna blow up if that wasn't on there either. Like he had some other out tracks on there that would have probably blew up, but like that, of course, beef. Everyone gravitated to it. It blew up. Number one on the chart. It moved Beyonce out the way. Her country album. It moved Kanye West Carnival out the way. It was a good track. It did what it needed to do. And then the next week they finna drop something else. Do I think Kendrick Lamar gonna be on the second one? We still don't trust you? I don't know. But they did start civil fucking war out here off this goddamn album. And it showed the separation. The bad part about this, I think Joe Budden said this. I saw a clip of it, and he said, the worst part about this is we won't get another Rick Ross and Drake feature. I second that because them two rapping, they didn't gave us some dope songs, the Aston Martin song and a couple more. So, but we not gonna get another Future and Drake. That's crazy to me at this point. Hopefully, cooler heads can resolve and they can get past it. But I like that album they did. A lot of people didn't. I did. I don't care what nobody say. But he said, I feel a lot of this is investigated by some instigated by some fans because you can rap about a church and people automatically say, oh, it was a shot at Kendrick. So you cannot rap a bar about church. He said people are reaching a lot, bro, and I feel those people are the ones responsible for the black and for yeah, no. Yeah, no. Um for what I don't know how true it is. From what I heard, Kendrick was supposed to have been on the first person shooter. He supposed to have been on that track with Drake and J.Cole. Allegedly. I don't know. But kind of like turned it down. And then they proceeded to do what they did. Like, understand, Kendrick Lamar is fucking Candyman for a reason. Because once again, he has his target set on one set individual. And it's a lot of subliminals that we don't be paying attention to. And when you connect the dots with the tracks and the verses and the dates when they released and everything, shit do be making sense. Like, it does make sense. In this case, J. Cole took the shot. J. Cole took the shot at him. And on the first one. And then like that dropped. And if you pay attention to Kendrick Lamar response, it was directed towards the first person shooter mode. Then after that, you get J. Cole. And then you get the apology. So it's like instead of J. Cole sitting it out and checking the temperature out, seeing what's going on, he seen that Drake wasn't gonna respond. He should have took the back seat on that. Cause you see what Drake did. Drake pivoted his whole attention over to Travis Scott. He ain't you ain't see no motherfucking sign of Drake sitting on the stage of you ain't see no prompts or anything of Kendrick Lamar on stage, and then he take his shots at Kendrick Lamar. Nah. But he did take his shots at Travis Scott. He been playing Travis Scott hit all on his tour. And he disrespected him on the last couple. I think it was like the last two or something like that. But he didn't take no shots at Kendrick Lamar. Drake know what he doing. Like Drake been around too long. Drake been battle rapping since ATF. If you understand what All Thing Fresh is and ATF Drake, then you understand what I'm saying. He's been battle tested going against the Toronto artists that was trying to get at him before he even got into the music industry. He's battle tested. The man, petty level, is crazy and disrespectful at the same time. Everybody else overlooked what he did to Pharrell and them chains and stuff. You remember he ended up winning the auction of Pharrell and them chains and different, like he had like different charms and stuff for his chain. Well known for real chains that he had. He melted that shit down, bro. You know how disrespectful that is? I won your shit at an auction and then I melted it down and got rid of your shit. I remember seeing the photograph of Drake when he had Pusha T's. He was a fan of the Clips. That nigga had a mic. I think he paid some crazy amount of money for this damn mic that was a Pusha T and the Clips microphone. He ended up destroying that shit. Like Drake level with petty is crazy, but was his level? And some can take it as he was disrespecting hip hop. I feel like he disrespected hip hop, and it was more than that disrespecting Pusha T and Pharrell when he did that. But a lot of people was like saying maybe I'm just reaching or whatever. But those was monumental pieces that he wore, and then he won them off of auction and just destroyed them like they was shit. They was irrelevant pieces, like they wasn't nothing. To each his own. You can take what you want from it. But from what I'm saying is he's battle tested and he's picking and choosing his battles. And he clearly does not want it with Kendrick Lamar for a reason. For a reason. I understand the whole recent track, but people instigating J. Cole verses from years ago saying J. Cole been taking shots forever, and I disagree. Yeah, I disagree with some of them because he had the one thing I can say about J. Cole thing when it came to the rap beef situation, he was heavily directed to who he was saying. For a fact, I remember he responded to Wale, and he definitely responded to Kanye West. Anything outside of that, I think people are reaching. I agree with you on that. But I'm just stemming my argument or what I'm saying right now directly from first person shooter mode to where we at right now. Them niggas initiated this shit. He definitely initiated with one of the word verses he said on first person shooter mode about Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. If you know, you know. I don't want to break it down right now because we on YouTube and I don't want to get copyright strike. But I can literally show it to you where, yeah, this related to Big Stepper, Mr. Morale, and then all of a sudden you get the 7-minute track and it's like, nigga, are you dumb? Like, no, you wildin'. Talking about he haven't been relevant since The Simpsons. Simpsons been going on for almost 30 fucking years and still relevant to this day. Like, what are you talking about? That I agree with you. Recent events. Yeah. Just recent events. I can't stem it from the past because I don't think he ever took shots at him. Personally, I don't think he have. And that's why I said he should have just stayed out of this completely because bro, you was transcending everything. That move he made to start featuring on all of the artists' tracks and getting on there and just destroying shit. That Drake situation, him jumping on 21 Savage shit, like he was killing it. And it was like, yo, keep pacing that way because everybody was anticipating the Fall Off album. And right now, I don't know. That's the reason why I titled this like what I titled it. Like, did this move right now just affect the Fall Off album? Like, in the sense of people probably gonna look at it a different way because he stepped down, he backed down like he did. And I'm telling you now, is Kendrick Lamar gonna respond? Cause he said, "Yo, if he respond, I'm just gonna take it on the chin. I woo woo. It is what it is. I apologize." Is Kendrick Lamar gonna respond? I'm 60-40. I'm 60 on no, he ain't. I'm 40% on he might. He just might do it. But I don't think so because I really don't think so. The reason why is because his main target is Drake. What you're seeing right now is Tupac versus the music industry. when it comes to this. Tupac is Kendrick Lamar, and his versus the music industry, which is Drake. You put Drake anywhere, he going to sell. But when it comes to the street and the people that really listen to music, Kendrick Lamar is the Kendrick Lamar is it. Period. Point blank. You can't sugarcoat it no other way. They got universities studying Kendrick Lamar's goddamn tracks. They are studying this man's lyrics, like how they did Tupac. He got a penmanship award for this. Like, that dude is on a whole nother level when it comes to the respect for hip hop, the people that really love it and adore it and give it its flowers. Kendrick Lamar is that dude. When it comes to the music industry and the record labels and who get played all the spins and Most Def said it right, man. You going to a goddamn store, you might hear passion fruit playing in the background while you picking up your oranges and apples from the grocery store. That's Drake as a whole totality. A lot of the music industry right now, what you hearing and what you seeing on the radio, stems from Drake. It's Drake in the background pushing stuff or in the forefront promoting it. Uh, you just seen him recently with Little Yachty, and then all of a sudden you see Little Yachty blowing up and he getting in his bag with the music, which I think Little Yachty is going to be the forefront poster child for EPDM music. I think he gonna push that whole. I think he finna push that to the next level in that lane. But the moment he got with Drake, you start seeing a big shift and a big change on how he move around out here. And he was a key point component for the City Girls' success. So let's be honest, ghostwriting for them, it affected it for sure because he divided the fan base. Yeah, definitely. That's why I'm like, don't fucking respond, bro, because you was in the best position ever. Best position ever. And rap beef dudes, like the rap beef dudes, like the ones at the barbershop and the people that grew up like us on the on you versus me 1v1, we gonna battle rap and let the best lyricists win. He took a massive L. As a man, I commend him for showing like, yo, my bad, I messed up. I took a shot where I shouldn't have took it. I'm glad that he backtracked it like he did. I don't even think he played the song at his tour, which was dope and smart as well. Um, but I think he did put a chink in his armor right now. He definitely did. Um, and Drake just shrugged it off because I'm sorry, I hate to tell y'all, the ATL Drake that I grew up on, that I know can get down and dirty when it comes to the lyricist shit, he ain't there no more. That he's not there. He's not there, and it showed with his response. He's all, man, I'm 10 toes down in my beliefs and who I am, and I don't need to yeah, my back held high and all straight, and I'm held high up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But then you start taking shots at Travis Scott. And again, hopefully this doesn't affect his album to fall off. I'm still gonna listen to it. Do I think Kendrick Lamar gonna respond? No, I don't think he is. I hope he don't. I hope he don't. I hope he don't hurt this man's feelings. I hope he don't. But uh, man, it's weird right now. He put everybody in a weird situation, in a weird state. Because if Kendrick, matter of fact, honestly, if Kendrick don't even respond to it, it's no sweat off his brow. Technically, when it comes to the masses and the people, Kendrick Lamar won this already. Like, dude, you already backed down. It really ain't no need to respond, to be honest with you, because you already then killed your own. Anything that you could say back to him, you already killed it. So it is what it is. I wanted to get to there was a poster because my boy poster tried to come at me. He like, nah, man, you tweaking. I'm like, bro, listen to me. One thing I know for sure, this wasn't the move that he's supposed to did, bro. This wasn't it. This was not it at all. And I wanted to get y'all to this one too, cause this is a weird situation also. Hold on, let me see if it'll show it. I tried to tell people like, and remind you, this isn't the first artist that apologized to Cole, bro. This isn't the first artist that not apologize to Cole, but apologize to Kendrick Lamar. Like I was trying to search for that track or whatever. I was trying to search for that track that I was speaking on, or that topic when they was telling me about how Drake's contract with UMG Music is like it's a very unique contract in the sense of he can help feature and do whatever he want as long as they get a percentage. But first person, J.Cole, J Electronica. Y'all know who this is, man. This is Exhibit A and B. One of the dopest lyricists ever. Apologize to J.Cole. Forgive me for my transgressions. Another one. I was surprised on this one when I saw this one. I didn't even know this even happened. Lupe Fiasco. This is the goo. This is Afro Samurai Slayer of hip hop. Like, he's one of those when it comes to lyricists. Apologized. I never do that shit again. And bro. And then I heard about another person apologizing. I don't remember that one. But I did hear that Big Crit, not Big Crit, but Macklemore. But Macklemore was more on he's supposed to won the Grammy, and I think that's what J. Cole spoke on that part too. He was talking about, he's supposed to have won the Grammy, but he didn't end up getting it. And Macklemore came out like, yo, this is obviously your Grammy. And he was like, nobody care about it. But I agree with him. Nobody really care about the Grammys, but nigga, I still got one. You feel me? Like I still got one afterwards. And it definitely wasn't no pity party goddamn it definitely wasn't a pity party goddamn Grammy either. Like, it was well deserved because the nigga came back even harder. Pause, no Diddy. He came back even doper after he got snubbed for the Grammy. So, man, yeah, let me play this last part. We finna get up out of here because I gotta go get my loved ones. I just wanted to really just get in here and touch bases with the people. Because, bro, people don't want to listen to me, but I be trying to tell y'all, I know this about this music shit, bro. Now, I really don't rock with the Breakfast Club, but this was well deserved for an outro. I can't hold you. This right here was well deserved as an outro to what he did. And unfortunately, as much as I'm a fan of J. Cole, this is well deserved. So he got that donkey of the day, man. Hold on, let me flip over.
Everything that Charlamagne is saying is true.
Donkey of the day for Monday, April 8th goes to all of you that are disappointed that J. Cole apologized to Kendrick Lamar. If you haven't been paying attention because you grown as hell, got a family, and don't give a damn what these rappers be talking about, let me give you a quick refresher. Kendrick decided to give a few bars to J. Cole and Drake on Metro Boomin' and Future song Like That. Do we have some clips of that, Red? Mother F the Big Three.
It's just big meat.
Okay. Now, this past Friday, J. Cole decided to respond when he dropped a surprise project called Might Delete Later, and on his 7-minute drill, he threw some shots back at Kendrick. Let's listen.
But fell off like the Simpsons. Your first shit was classic. Your last shit was tragic.
Let the record show, when I heard that last week, I immediately said to myself, J. Cole needs to delete that now. Don't wait until later. Okay, I told people J. Cole sounded like he didn't even believe what he was saying about Kendrick. He said Kendrick fell off like The Simpsons. The Simpsons been on for 35 years.
Yeah.
All right? Still at the top of their game. He sounded like he had a gun to his head and he was being forced to read a bunch of stupid-ass rhetoric that he got from social media and YouTube videos, because if it's one thing you cannot go at Kung Fu Kenny for, it's his music. That's all Kendrick stands on. That's his business, the music. He is in the business of making classic, timeless music that even if you don't get in the moment, it will be there waiting for you when you catch up. So not only did I think Cole's response was weak, I just knew he didn't believe anything he was saying. And all of that was confirmed for me last night at the Dreamville Festival when Cole decided to apologize to Kendrick Lamar. Let's listen.
In my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my back.
Yeah, we ain't got to go through all that. Cause
In that apology, he said it didn't sit right with his spirit. You must always listen to your spirit. And Cole, the reason your Kendrick diss didn't sit right in your spirit was because you knew you was lying, okay? You knew you didn't feel like that about Kendrick's music. You are an artist, a true MC, so there's not too many people who appreciate what Kendrick Lamar does as much as you do. Kendrick Lamar don't need to be a part of every algorithm on social media because Kendrick isn't a surfer, he's a wave. There is a difference. A lot of y'all are just surfers. You get online every day looking for a new wave to ride. Kendrick, when he drops...
Again, I do not rock with Charlemagne the God and the Breakfast Club for my own personal reasons. I don't want to say it right now because this ain't about him or them. But that right there was spot on. That was the best explanation right there. You know this man is a different maker. He ain't sitting here trying to catch on the latest trend. I'm not finna jump out here and give you TikTok music. None of that mess. I got a message, and it's very clear what my message is on. And for you to jump out there like that against me, knowing what type of message I'm sending, it's crazy.
Projects creates those waves that people ride. Period. Good Kid, Mad City. Classic album. We know this. The Pimp a Butterfly. My favorite Kendrick Lamar album. That album is Blackity Black Black. If you ask me, Kendrick re-ushered in a black renaissance in music with that album. But that's...
Nigga, damn. Front to back. You can play the motherfucker front to back, bro. And this whole meaning and storyline and delivery is crazy. Like, even showing to the point where, bro, he was all his J-Rock, the nigga that signed him on TDE, almost popped his pops, bro. And then when you rewind it back, bro.
The discussion for another day. Damn is a great project. I don't know if I have it as classic status, but Cole, you said that's his prime. You said that was his peak.
I gotta agree with you fully, bro. I do not rock with this dude. That's why I had to make sure I put this disclosure in there. I'm not gonna say I hate him, but you said I hate Charlemagne, but he's speaking facts. I don't hate him. I just don't rock with Buddy. But right here, he's definitely speaking facts, bro.
If that's the case, then you think that's his best body of work. So that's 3 classic albums we discussing. And then Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, I told y'all months ago in the future, we are going to look at that in Jay-Z's 444 as 2 of the most important hip-hop albums of all time. And you know when that's going to come? When you unhealed heathens get some healing. When you men grow up. And that's what we are here to...
That's another album. And I love Jay-Z, bro. I swear to God, nigga, if y'all knew who I was. I love Jay-Z. But he's one of the reasons how I speak on just celebrities and hip-hop and music like I do now. It's because I'm going to keep it a buck, man. I used to idolize Jay-Z. Like, used to idolize that nigga's music to the utmost. And then he did I heard about, and the allegations is looking kind of clear on what he may or may not have done. And I was just like, bro, killed my spirit. But this is what's needed to get healed, bro.
Talk about today, the rap fan in me understands the disappointment many of you feel in Cole. But the man in me who understands that I'm a spiritual being living a human existence has nothing but respect for what J. Cole did. See, so many of us lead with pride and ego nowadays, and we let these idiots on social media who we don't even know peer pressure us to say things and do things that we don't even want to do. It takes a real human to check himself and say, man, what I'm doing, I don't even believe. I don't even believe in. I don't believe what I said. I don't even believe in what I did. Apologize and keep it moving. Y'all want a man to attack a man for your entertainment because we are a culture that feeds off conflict. We just have to have some conflict to feast on. We like to see people at war with each other because so many of us.
Bro, this man is speaking gospel. And the sad part about it, this correlates to everything from gaming to politics to the recent Twitch stream blow up to even music. We all gossip and run towards the negative before we even give a shot of sunlight to the goddamn positive. If it ain't something negative to pull from it, we don't speak on it. This wouldn't have blown up as much as it did if it wasn't related to a diss track. I definitely agree with what J. Cole said there on that track about it, but he was lying. Because even if it wasn't related to a diss track, Kendrick being on there, that man fucking slid on that bitch. His energy and delivery was fucking crazy on that song. And we ended up getting a Metro Boomin and fucking Future album, which is still good. So that's why I'm like, what he said was asinine, and what was Charlamagne the God is saying is asinine as hell, because we know the hood, the streets know, the people, the real people that fuck with music know Kendrick Lamar is up here, nigga. Like, hold my hand. He's above my head, bro. While everybody else is out of all this surface level ass music we getting, Kendrick Lamar is the only motherfucker currently at this moment that's saving hip hop in a sense. And at one point, J. Cole, you was the same shit. Hopefully, this don't chink your motherfucking reputation. This backing down don't mess that up for the fall off. Cause KOD is still hard as shit. And no pun intended to the track that he got. So
are at war with ourselves. It's really that simple. Okay, unhealed people hurt people and love to see other people hurt. Healed people and people on a healing journey aren't in the hurt business. Often individuals who have experienced hurt haven't processed their pain or developed effective coping strategies.
And listen to what he just said. That message of what Charlamagne the God just said is exactly what just happened with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That's why I said you are dealing with a heel Kendrick Lamar. That album was a therapeutic album. He dropped a therapeutic album. Currently, most artists don't do that shit until probably like 6, 7, 8 albums in. Like Jay-Z 444 recently dropped, and he gave you that substance. He gave you that substance after how many albums? Kendrick Lamar just did this in less than in less than 7, 8 albums. And I said it when I posted when it first happened with this Like That track. I said, bro, he don't want it with him. You're dealing with a heel Kendrick Lamar that does not have any red tape going on. Everybody knows. Shout out to Rock, J Rock and TDE and them over there. That camp. I fuck with Absol, Schoolboy Q. If you ain't go check out Blue Lips, go check that shit out. Kendrick Lamar is not on that album. Everybody knew that. Label. Everybody knew that TDE had an issue with their camp that many have said, even SZA and Ransom and a couple other guys. When they ready to drop music and ready to go into the studio and give y'all an album, the record label was like, whoa, 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 wait, hold on, we not ready, da 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 da. And they was having bumping heads with the artists. It was the record label and the producers and the machine bumping heads with the artists and the creativity over there. This is a known fact. This ain't nothing that I'm bringing, just throwing out the window. This is what all the artists over there was saying. When we wanted to drop music, they didn't want to drop music, and it was frustrating to make music. But they riding with they camp. They riding with J Rock and TDE. Salute to them. Kendrick Lamar don't have those goddamn those handlers per se. Lack of a better word right now. Kendrick Lamar don't have those handlers. Kendrick Lamar got baby Ken over there. King. Do y'all not understand what can fucking happen? And he still got the respect of his peers and the record label he just stepped away from. Bro, you're dealing with a whole different fucking animal. A unhinged individual that can drop a kamikaze album or mixtape at any given fucking second right now. And the way that he raps and what he brings to the table would demolish all this shit. I'm telling you. Like, it would shut shit down. Outside, niggas will be talking. Bro, he only gave you a verse on Like That, and that shit shot up to #1 and outbeat fucking Beyonce in the Beehive's Cowboy album. No disrespect to him, but it beat out that album. Kanye West has had the best fucking produced album in 2024. I don't care how y'all view him. I don't care your opinion about him. But when you put on that motherfucking album, that shit sounds so. And shout out to Ty Dolla $ign too. When you put on Vultures, oh my God. I got my Apple Pro Maxes, shameless little plug and a little fake little flex. But when I go out and put, man, that fucking album sounds so fucking good. And the rapping and man, that shit sounds so fire. And he's cooking up even more because you got Vultures 2 about to come out and probably 3. That's neither here nor there. But he knocked down that song with just Like That to shoot up to #1 for the duration of the weeks. It's been like 2 weeks, a week or two. So I say that to say this. The man right now is on some Super Saiyan shit. This is some Dragon Ball Z shit. Stand clear. You about to probably see, goddamn it, Goku and Vegeta go at it. Unfortunately, Vegeta is tucking his tail, aka Drake, because that response he put on that stage was crazy. And we're seeing civil war in the hip-hop industry because people are picking sides. The whole, I don't know who wasted their time to figure that out, but shout out to them for doing it. Rick Ross and goddamn Travis Scott unfollowing Drake. Oh my God, it's crazy. But that was a wave. That was a monumental brick in this motherfucking lake. It wasn't a pebble, that was a brick. Then you start seeing Metro Boomin getting in his bag. Yo, niggas gonna have to pick a side. I got the wave right now, and I'm telling you right now, and I mark my words. If Drake don't respond, Drake, now put it like this. Does Drake have to respond at a timely matter or a time? Nay, yay, no, yes, don't really. Outside of music, don't really care. Type mess. Do I want him to? Yes. Is he going to? How he's talking? No. But I think if the crowd and the people get a little bit more louder and the voices get a little bit more louder towards Drake, I expect a response. That's where I'm at with it. But him taking shots at Travis Scott was crazy. And you got people picking sides on where they want to be at, who they want to stand at. 21 Savage ain't said nothing. Weird situation, but I'm hearing that he's on Metro Boomin and Future's track this Friday that's gonna drop. So we're gonna see what happened with that. Lil Durk kind of picked his side per se. Given he won a Grammy with Drake and them and J. Cole. They gave him 2 of his biggest features ever. Okay, given. But the side, bro, the line has been drawn in the sand, buddy. It is there. And civil war is about to break out in the music industry. And if Kendrick Lamar get on some, I'm finna get some features with the people that don't fuck with you. And let's be honest here. The only way, I'm telling y'all, please quote, man, put it like it is. I'm putting it on the backboard right now. If Drake don't wake up 40 and come out with something, all of this is hush mode. Because I'm telling you now, Kendrick Lamar's side is looking crazy right now. You seen what he just did with a Metro Boomin track, which they are playing this in the club, radio station, barbershop, outside in the streets. It's about to get warm outside. People gonna be playing this at the local barbecues and X, Y, and Z. So you seen the damage he can cause with a Metro Boomin track. Then you turn around and got one of the best producers known to fucking man right now in existence. Shout out to the Chicago brethren. I might be hyping this up because he's from Chicago, but I don't give a fuck. You got Kanye fucking West to possibly produce your album. Then don't turn around and get on the line and be on some extra petty sauce shit and go grab the only person that everybody in the music industry say chink Drake armor, which is motherfucking Pusha T. You get Mr. Dope Boy, Coke Rhymes nigga himself with the clips in a Kendrick Lamar situation. Then you still got Future, possibly 21. Listen here. And you got a Rick Ross, Mr. I Slide on the Beat, Teflon Don him fucking self. All on Kendrick's side. And I didn't even mention Absol, Schoolboy Q, Ransom. Like, nah. I'm just saying, the playing fields ain't fucking safe right now. And if Kendrick Lamar wanted to kamikaze this shit, he can Thanos this shit with no fucking problem. Y'all, I promise you, majority of you niggas will look at Drake differently if he does it. They will look at Drake differently if he does it. But that's the play. Because it's like, I don't have to play that right now. I don't have to throw that card out there right now because guess what? He don't even want to step to the forefront to even get this one-on-one. He don't even want to get the one-on-one. And come on, bro. Quentin Miller, be on some extra petty shit. Go grab Quentin Miller. Like, it ain't safe right now. And you can't come commercial with Drake. You cannot come commercial with Kendrick Lamar. We get it. You got the money. You are worldwide renowned. But I can arguably say Kendrick is on the same forefront as you. I'm not saying are y'all like 50-50 neck and neck, but when it comes to the respect level, Kendrick got it through and through. I don't give a fuck what none of you niggas say. Music industry wise, he's respected. Street wise, he's respected. LA wise, he's respected. Yeah, they fucking with Kendrick Lamar on a heavy note. I don't listen to Drake, but it's a known fact. The ones that really want the smoke with him, he's ducked. Yeah, facts, facts. What's up, greatness? He definitely ducked, and he ducked for a reason. The boy ducked for a reason, and again, I'm telling you, if Kendrick Lamar getting in his petty bag, it can be a problem with him. It can be a problem for Drake. He will literally have to go wake up 40. You can't come out here with no bum produced albums, no weak ass slaps. It can't. It's not going to happen. I got more money. More. You going to have to come with something 10 times better because Kendrick Lamar's side is crazy. And we're talking about a motherfucker right now. I'm telling you, he does not have no holds bar. You're dealing with a healed Kendrick Lamar. I'm telling you, you're dealing with a healed Kendrick Lamar that's on a mission. He's like, yo, your biggest artist, the one that y'all deem the greatest, I'm going to show him for what he is. And he's not that. So please stand clear when you see duck that taco in the books, duck Drake picture show up. Yeah. You thought the what's his name? The story of Adidon, the shit that Pusha T did to him was something crazy? Just imagine you get a Pusha T and a Kendrick Lamar nigga. Bruh, do you not understand? And he don't even, and that's what's crazy. The man don't even have to give you something crazy. He can give you 7 tracks. Just with the people I mentioned. Double down with a Future. Then you got some production with Metro Boomin, and then you get some production from Kanye fucking West. Cause all these people don't like fucking Drake at this point in time. And then he comes skating on a Travis Scott beat. Oh, oh my God. The the music head in me would love to see it. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see it because Drake not going to respond. Drake isn't going to respond, and it's the smartest thing he ever did in his career right now. Duck his taco again. What's the name? He said, look. He said, fuck Charlamagne. I'm with you on that one, bro. Yeah, he should have backed down once he started, but yeah, that track K. Dot did with Future was fire. That's what I'm saying. Y'all think that was fire. You got the energy he can put on his own shit. That was going to be insane. That's why I'm like, bro, J.Cole, you did the best. In my opinion, J.Cole did the best thing for his career right now, which was tuck his tail and move to the side. Took his L like a man and was, hey, it is what it is. He said, fuck him one more time. He did the right thing in my opinion. Because it could have got ugly. It could have got ugly. And what's even crazy is, come on now, Dreamville got a goddamn everybody been deeming him a knockoff version of Kendrick Lamar Jid. So you had somebody that can rap lyrically. I don't know how everybody view him, but he got some people over there. But J. Cole got some people over there. They could have went and opened up the bag with the Dreamville, but that was not beneficial for him at all. It was not. And like I said, the target is way bigger than J. Cole. Because you got Kendrick Lamar is trying to go against the music industry's darling, and that's a fight within itself. Reason being because we know how the music industry works. We know how they, how they operate. When it comes to numbers, everybody is trying to expose what they already got exposed for fluffing numbers and how they are operating when they bump up the sales for the artists to make them look like they're bigger than what they are. We've seen it. We've seen it all. I just seen recently. It's something not related to this, but AMP, Duke Dennis and all them, they are doing a Uber Eats commercial. So we're already starting to see a shift where the content creators are starting to come into the forefront with those little various deals that music artists is. They on the damn near on the level of a music artist when it comes to commercial dealings and things of that nature. We're starting to see it at the shift. So it's starting to expose a lot of shit too. Cause we starting to see that streamers ain't get Spotify numbers was not accurate. They was music industry was buffing certain artists' stuff up so they can promotion deals so they can get bumped up. It's just the same thing that's what's happening in streaming now. Well, where they getting view bots. Shout out to everybody that's here. These are all original people. All 22 of y'all. Thank you for being here. I fuck with y'all like y'all fuck with me. Just even sit here and listen to me. I'm thankful. I am I am definitely happy for that. But a lot of people have been like view botting and they've been getting called out for it. Same thing with music. The same exact thing. You think your biggest artist might most likely maybe have been view botting to get their stream numbers up. And it's starting to all get exposed. And that's what I like about this, because a lot of people are like, oh, what does it matter if it does or doesn't do it? Too many people got the wrong are doing wrong or not doing honorable things and getting the recognition as if they are. And I'm not hating on them. Do what you want, man. Do what you gotta do to make it. If it is what it is, if they willing to pay the bag for it, cool, great, fine. Handle your business. But for the ones that's really out here getting it out the mud respectfully and got some honor for their shit, we need to start supporting them more. Point blank and period. People that's giving a full-on opinion about something and not just being the sheeps. I'm just want to follow the trend like everybody else doing. We gotta support them more. It's hard to find them, but when you do find them, support them. Give them that motivation to continue. Uh, it just is what it is at this point, because the more if you want to just continue to roll with the yes men's and be supported by BS, you know what I'm saying? They get put in the forefront, and everybody else, you discourage the people that's being honest with you. It just is what it is. He said, what's view buying? Oh, well, view buying is pretty much where they just pay for viewership. They pay for views. So it's various sites that you can say, okay, I'm finna go live or whatever. You click up and give them your account. You pay a certain amount of money, and then they all of a sudden you get all these magic ghost views and all these people watching you for X amount of time. And now since they are, once you get monetized, like, this is the game. This is what they doing. So once the moment you get monetized on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, whatever, they will go to a site, give them their information, view bot, and then they'll just stream from hours on in. It don't matter what they talking about. They can talk about the sky being blue for 5, 6, 7 hours. It doesn't matter. All of that's getting, those viewerships, those view bots are getting counted as views, which means revenue and money. The more and more I keep doing it, the more money I get. Then on the back end, people start to see it. Now I'm out here taking my analytics papers and printing it out, showing how many views I get in blah 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 amount of time for I don't know 3 months or something, 2 months, probably less than that, but I'm gonna say 2 to 3 months comfortably. I can take that to one of these Pepsi or Nike or whatever deals, and you know what I'm saying they'll give me some incentives to sponsor some stuff if it continues to blow up. That's what allegedly they're doing. So now take that same scheme and same plot and you put it into music. So you got real renowned music artists or a up and coming artist that's on a record label. So instead of it being independent, they on a big ass record label. And they're the new artists of the town. Well, you signed the deal. Okay, cool. We got an album coming out, blah, blah, blah. They started to fluff the numbers. They started, quote unquote, view buying in a sense to bump up your streaming numbers. The more streaming numbers you get, the more money you get. Then they start bundling it up with the deluxe albums, and then we got a contest going on where we putting ticket sales into it, and hold on, if you buy my album you get a t-shirt, or if you buy the t-shirt we give you the album also. So they started bumping up the numbers and a quote unquote aka view botting, and then the numbers go up seeming as if they're selling more or getting more sales than what they really are. That's all that's going on. And it's the same thing for streaming. It's the same thing for music and vice versa. Music to streaming. So it's a dirty game, but it's a respectful game. Like, come on, man. Everybody, your local politician ain't in office by being honest. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like, you can call it how you want it, draw it down the line. But once you look at a person and you start looking at their history, it's some shady practices going on, just like everybody else. And it is what it is. Do these things need to be weeded out and taken out? Absolutely. Because it's fluffing up the numbers, it's messing up real honest people that's out here giving you real honest content. And everybody can't be yes man for a bag. Sometimes you gotta have some type of respect level for yourself. But being dishonest and genuine pays the bills. So a lot of people riding with it. I don't want to go too far off on that tangent, but it is what it is. But like I'm saying, but it correlates to the Kendrick Lamar and Drake situation, because I'm not saying Drake numbers is all fluffed, but whatever. But he's the music industry darling. He is the nigga can't do no wrong when it comes to the music industry. And a lot of artists he have either written for, helped support, or helped blow up. When it came to the music industry, like Lil Wayne said prior, long as Drake is on the hook, we gonna be all right as long as Drake is on the hook. And from that point, he was stamped as that person. It's the same thing with Rick Ross. It's another interview going on. They was like, yo, Rick Ross been ghostwriting for people before he became famous. And a lot of at that time, a lot of artists that y'all know, worship, and praising over, he ghostwritten for in the behind the scenes. So he getting a point off the album, or got some type of bread off of it. He was ghostwriting for it. It's not a mystery that we had ghostwriters back in the day. Neo, Neo, the singer Neo, he was a ghostwriter before he came into the forefront, and he spoke up on it. Trey Songz, he was a ghostwriter before he came into the forefront. So it was kind of like conditioning the artist to become an artist. It was kind of like the trademark of how you PR and groom, not the negative way, but groom an artist to be an artist in the sense of how to put him in the forefront. He said he's the darling by design. Yeah, he's definitely the darling by design, because anything they put him on, it becomes a hit. That's the reason why In my opinion, he's running around here trailing behind Sexy Red and giving her that push. Like, nigga, I knew Sexy Red before she even had a name. When she was in St. Louis and she used to kick it around FBG Duck out here in the city and stuff on the little chilling circuit music festivals and stuff they used to do out this way. Like, and she wasn't really even an artist then, but now all of a sudden she comes out with this, her music and it hits. I don't want to degrade it or whatever, but it hits. It becomes a somewhat of success, and then all of a sudden you got the Drake train coming right behind it. Pause, no Diddy, and now it's blowing up like it's blowing up even more. Is he wrong for it? No, I'm not saying he's wrong for it. He's doing what he's known for. He's a music industry darling that once he get behind something, the four back dude. I'm sorry, that nigga is and y'all can call it hate, y'all can call it what it is, whatever. In my opinion, that nigga is goddamn AI. That nigga is AI. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how you cook it, how you cut it up. Ain't no way here in world that boy is not AI. But he's now under the OVO umbrella. Drake, man, killed that goddamn song with that verse he dropped. And he's probably he's probably gonna be on the level of Weekend. I know that's a heavy hat to put on his head currently. I ain't saying he gonna replace the Weekend, but if his artistry is like it seemed to be, like he's presenting, he might be on the level of a Weekend. So he said I need those bots. He said that stuck Pusha T diss track from the history book to protect his legacy. Oh, they ain't strike shit, nigga. The streets heard that, and that motherfucker is solidified. It ain't. They probably don't play it like they play it, but yeah, that's a wrap on that one. That nigga Pusha T sat and got a child and retired off of that damn diss track towards that nigga. But I'm just saying, like, that definitely put a stain on Drake's career. But you see what happened though. You know what I'm saying? Pusha T kind of somewhat fell off. I mean, I don't want to say fell off, but he went into the shadows because he had a kid. He got married. He moved on. I think he recently just did a commercial. I ain't gonna say he fell off because Pusha never could fall off, but he not putting out music like that right now, like he was. And then Drake went on to continue doing the music that he does. And it sells. Like, come on, man. The dude was selling out arenas. I not knocking him, but dude, let me see. How can I say this without it seem like a little hated towards it? Because it's really not no hate towards him. Like, I've been listening to Drake since they was handing out his fucking CD in Toronto. Like, yeah. Um the best way that I can put it is if Kendrick Lamar is doing what he's trying to do, he trying to get Drake to sit down. Not in the sense of if he rap battle him, great. It's wonderful if he rap battle him. But if he can get Drake to sit down for a minute so music can reset and get back to being normalized, it will save the music right now because we are looking bad. Like, I knew it was bad when they put the little RT dude out there, and I'm not hating on him. He's making money for his family and yada yada yada. It's great. But when we went down and stooped down to the level of you seeing a little kid at the strip club and around adult entertainers, that was that was the bottom of the barrel for us, from in my opinion. Like that was literally rock bottom of the bikini bottom for me when it came to music and hip hop. And nobody, I thought we was just gonna stop in our tracks and like, hold on, wait, we gotta fix this. But it seemed like that moment happened, and everybody just turned a blind eye to it. In my opinion, it seemed like everybody turned a blind eye to it. I thought it would have more rumbling than what it did. A lot of people said something about it, but I thought it was gonna be one of those okay moments in hip hop. Like, okay, what are we doing? Because history is repeating itself. Like, don't get me wrong, we've had young artists rapping. We had the Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? He was rapping on Cash Money before he was of age. And hell, I remember his album where he wasn't cursing. Like, we had standards. Even though it was a younger artist and he was touring, he was doing X, Y, and Z. He was lyrically gifted. We synced it, and his lyrical gifting was so good that he was able to drop an album without cursing, without doing no Solandish crazy mess. Little Bow Wow. And we seen when he came out and he was rapping and he did his 1-2. And once again, a level of respect for hip hop and music, and him being a young adult growing up, a little kid growing up to be adult. He was dropping albums without cursing, without doing X, Y, Z. We had some form of a standard. With little RT, it's just like, it just seemed like they like, all right, the writing on the wall, let it be what it is. Here, we got this little kid that can barely, you know what I'm saying? He ain't even touch fucking high school yet. Yeah, we got this. Let him go to the strip club and shake his ass, and have women shaking their ass around him and X, Y, Z. So I gotta get up out of here, people. I gotta go pick up my little ones. Again, I appreciate everybody that came through, supported your boy, listened to me rant and rave about this music that I know and love so much. But it's funny. It's going full circle because I'm realizing now, like, I'm in that position where my OG was when they were so old. Because I'm critiquing the music. Like, man, I remember those samples when I was young. I remember that song when it first came out. Like, why is they sampling? I'm not up in arms about it that they sampling. It is just like, I give it a little bit more respect. But certain songs when I be hearing, I'm like, oh, they just made that track terrible. They demolished that joint. Like, he said, did you fall in for the Meek Mills at one of Daddy freakouts? What did you fall in for the Meek Mills at one of Hey, JC. I'm probably come back. I'm gonna probably come back and like do my homework with my kids and stuff like that. I'm gonna come back to that, but that's funny than a mother. Diddy in trouble, G. That's what Diddy in trouble. Diddy is in trouble, and the people that's around or was involved or participated in the Diddy events are in trouble heavily because it's a lot to unpack. It's a lot to unpack, and you know what? I'm gonna put up my little articles like I just did with this whole J.Cole situation, and then I'm gonna come back and do that because me and J Dub and a couple of guys in the Discord, we went back and forth with the whole Diddy thing and yada yada yada, and how we felt about what's going on about him. But the when you go into the court documents, and again, I'm going to repeat this and yell it out loud for everybody to understand this, very clear and very concise. Am I a fucking lawyer? Absolutely not. Shout out to It's Vicky Me for saying that countless times. Am I a lawyer? Absolutely not. I just see through a lot of bullshit. One and two. If you read the documents, the docket of what he's being sued for and the allegations that's going on and the pictures that been seen and the people that's involved in the allegations, and then you turn back the hands of time and you listen and look at the prior incidents with Diddy, regardless of his what you view his opinion on his contract dealings and how he did with music and everything. But if you start looking at other things that was alleged about this guy and the people who he was around, this is more so about the protecting the politicians than what's being presented, for one. Two, it's a lot of tapes. And if the FBI and Homeland Security, Homeland Security got the videotapes and the documentations and the people that he was associated with that was around him, it all falls on Diddy because it was his parties. It's kind of like if you was working for a business. I don't want to say a particular business because I don't want to put their name. If you was working for a particular business, like a warehouse situation, and an incident happened there, you're held. The company is held liable for what happened on the premises of their location. If you understand, if you get what I'm going with that. Due to him holding the parties, if whatever particular incidents happen, he's held liable for that. And what's sad about his situation is this, and I'm this is just brief. This is brief. Again, I'm not a lawyer. This is just my opinion on how I'm looking at this thing. The real people that fault are not going to fall for this. The real people that's at fault, that probably did the acts, that was around and did the acts, they are not going to fall. The people that gave Diddy the money to do it, they are not going to fall. But Diddy probably was looking like he's going to take the fall for it, and others are going to take the fall for it. That's all I'm going to give y'all that right now. I'm going to come back and we're going to chop it up. I'm going to try to pull up as much information as I can. Again, thank y'all for coming through. We had 24 views. Shout out to y'all, man. Real shit. Thank you for supporting me. As long as y'all keep showing up, I'm going to keep dropping content. This your boy 00. One love. God bless. Peace. I think this was good.